Big idea number 5, transform Kansas City into America's most entrepreneurial city.
Have we forgotten that Google picked us out of maybe 1,000 entrants as the place to launch their ultra high-speed broadband? Every entrepreneur in America ought to be thinking about coming to Kansas City.
I'm Sylvester James, mayor of Kansas City, Missouri.
And I'm Joe Reardon, mayor of Kansas City, Kansas. Together, we are declaring our community to be America's most entrepreneurial city.
So this event is all about exposure. This event is going to highlight 24 of the best startup companies here in Kansas City. It's no accident that we started with an event that features the local entrepreneurs. We wanted to get down to the real people who are doing it, the people, the risk takers, the people who have put their day jobs, put their lives on hold so they can start a company, cashed in IRAs. We really wanted to start with the real entrepreneurs in the room.
Our vision is really clear, to create America's most entrepreneurial city right here under our feet.
Now, this wasn't going to be just Peter De Silva's vision or the Chamber of Commerce's vision. Back in February and March, you had 13 community conversations, and we stuck our head around the door at some of them with our KCPT cameras. Here's some of the footage from the one at the Kauffman Foundation.
What are those things that are working well for entrepreneurs in our community? And then where are our weaknesses? Where are we failing entrepreneurs?
I think a strength is our traditional low cost of living.
I think the sheer number of services that are offered here, the small business development centers. If you look at the Small Business Monthly, there's some educational component you can go to just about any day, and I've tapped into many of those. And I know talking to people in other parts of the country, they don't have that.
It seems like we do have a wealth of startup assets here to get people going, but I find there's that gap where there's this natural handoff. How do we get a startup from 5 to 50 to 500 people? Man, it's tough.
Man, it's tough. So what are our Big 5 leaders doing to make life easier for entrepreneurs since we started this Big 5 effort? Please welcome Peter De Silva, who is leading and championing this Big 5 initiative. Also the co-founder of Cerner, Cliff Illig, who's serving on the Big 5 Entrepreneurship Steering Committee. Thank you both for being with us. So it is rubber hits the road time. What are you doing to make life easier for these entrepreneurs since we started this Big 5 effort?
Well, Nick, you know, you're always good in holding us all accountable, and I appreciate you doing that. We don't have enough time for me to list everything that's going on in Greater Kansas City in the Entrepreneurship Initiative, but let me highlight a few if I could for you. Number one, we did hold those 13 community conversations, and those were very helpful to us in understanding the current state of our entrepreneurial ecosystem. And we heard about strengths, and we called them non-strengths. On the strength side, it's very clear, those services that were described. We have an array of services in this community like none other in the country. When I heard on the non-strength side, we heard funding. You know, funding's an interesting dilemma for us. I can tell you this after exploring this at some level. There is adequate funding in Kansas City in order for us to do what it is we want to do and support our entrepreneurs. But it's fragmented. It's not pulled together in any meaningful way, and Cliff and myself and others are working to make that a reality. But let me talk about a couple other things, because I get real excited about this in case you can't tell. You know, we went off and did 3 Dealmaker dinners. I've hosted 75 folks at the Kauffman Foundation over 3 dinners, and I've asked every one of them, do you know the other deal guys in the room? You know what they say? No, never met these folks. Don't know what they're doing in town. And so we're trying to pull that fragmentation back together on the Dealmaker side as well as on the services side for our entrepreneurs. Have you heard of Million Cups yet? We're trying to serve 1 million cups of coffee down at the Kauffman Foundation every Wednesday morning. So far, we featured 70 startup companies here in Kansas City. We had 180 people in attendance last week at last Wednesday's session. Come on down. You want to see stuff going on? You want to see entrepreneurial activity in Kansas City? Come on down to the Kauffman Foundation. We'll get you set up. How about 1 week Kansas City last year? 30 events in 1 week, all clustered around entrepreneurial activity, culminating with 1,500 Kansas Cityans celebrating entrepreneurship at the K, the cradle of entrepreneurship in Greater Kansas City, Mr. K's home, if you will, Kauffman Stadium. And we had 1,500 people, and here's something I'm most proud of. 40 mayors from around Kansas City signed a common proclamation declaring that particular day as Entrepreneur Day in Greater Kansas City. So we've been pretty darn busy over the last 12 months.
But you started, though, by saying that things were fragmented.
Yeah.
Didn't he start by saying that, Cliff?
Absolutely.
And part of it was that the money was fragmented. So what are you doing to fix that?
My job is to just replace Peter's battery when it runs low.
Thanks, pal.
Because you can see the energy that goes with all this. You know, it's not hard to celebrate entrepreneurism in Kansas City. You know, I don't think we do a very good job of it.
We do better.
Okay, but if you just think of the names. Okay, Dunn, Block, Kaufman, Hall, Kemper, Stowers, Hellsberg. Think of those names and what those names and that generation of entrepreneurs did for Kansas City, and what the companies and the jobs, what they did for our economies, and what they did for our civic infrastructure, what they've done for our education, the Block School. Okay, the Kaufman Foundation, the Stowers Institute. Think about what entrepreneurism has done for Kansas City in the past. And so a big part of what Peter's focusing on and what this whole initiative needs to focus on is, we've got a tremendous list of assets, okay, that are already here that can be applied on stimulating that next generation. We need to make it easier for the young entrepreneurs. We look at this generation, the 18 to 34-year-olds. They're out there. I was one of those once upon a time. We started Cerner when I was 27. You know, you want that, or those people thinking that Kansas City is the place where this is happening.
What are you doing, though, to make it easier?
We're doing a whole bunch of things to make it easier.
You've done, okay, we've got the coffee, and we've got the global events, and we've got the Kaufman Stadium deal,
Yeah.
okay? But what have you done to make it easier for these folks? We've celebrated lots of entrepreneurship here.
I think we've done a reasonably good job celebrating, a reasonably good job recognizing that we are this hub of entrepreneurship. But you're right, there's more obstacles yet to be removed. The city of Kansas City has a task force trying to remove obstacles because we hear it's too hard to go through the permitting process, it's too difficult to get a license or whatever it might be. Mayor James is squarely focused on trying to make it easy to do business in Kansas City.
Okay. How about what you started with, though? You said the money was fragmented. What have you done to make it easier on the money front, to actually, for entrepreneurs, people want to start a business, to actually get access to that money? We sat in on some of those forums, and people complained about that.
Yeah, you know, it's an interesting dilemma, as I said. Not every idea should be funded, number one. So keep in mind, entrepreneurs are going to be passionate about their idea. It may not be funded. It may not be ready to be funded at the time they'd like it to be funded. So that's one element that you have to consider. We have brought together the funding community. As I said, we've had 75 people together. I'll have as many dinners as there are people who want to come to try to connect these folks. And for example, I know a gentleman in town who runs a $400 million private equity fund, and he said to me, I would never consider investing in Kansas City. And I said, well, why? He said, I didn't know anything was going on. How does that happen in our community? So we are trying to network those funders, connect those funders to the entrepreneurs through the Kaufman Foundation and a lot of work they're doing so that it is easier to get that capital to the places where it needs to be.
Question for both of you. I'm going to go back to a Star editorial, start of the year. The Greater Kansas City Chamber's Big 5 ideas need to start producing results, especially in the field of entrepreneurship, thus preserving jobs there. How have you spurred job creation?
You want that one, or you want me to take that one?
Well, as a company that hired 3,000 people last year, you know, we have some experience at Cerner in this regard. And this year we'll hire more. Okay, and I mean, yeah, and that's 30 years into our development. As I think Peter indicated, this is a long game. It's going to take a while. You're not going to be able to sit there and turn around next year and say how many jobs did this entrepreneurial initiative create. Okay, but if we can go, we ought to be looking for the next Cerner. And as Bob Marcus and I have talked about a lot of times, hey, if you're going to find one good one, you got to be working on 50.
Right.
Okay, and so we have to create an environment where those 50 feel welcome.
This is a long-term initiative, and if you are looking for immediate gratification and satisfaction, this isn't the initiative for you. But if you want to look back 10 and 20 years from now and say, this was the moment where we created an environment that was the catalyst for the next hundreds of companies to be formed in Kansas City, this is that moment. and we're trying to be that catalyst, if you will. Are you aware of what's going on in Houses for Hackers? Have you heard of this?
I've never heard.
Houses for Hackers going on right here in Kansas City, started by Ben Barrett. And what's he doing? He bought a house. And he's got access to one of the world's great resources right now. It's called Google Fiber. And he's inviting folks from all over the country to come to Kansas City and set up their businesses in his homes called Homes for Hackers. That's an economic development shift. That's a huge shift for us if you think about it. Because today we go out and try to acquire companies. Now we're going out and trying to acquire talent. We're trying to get intellectual capital into Kansas City in an environment shaped by Google Fiber, shaped by the Entrepreneurship Initiative and the ecosystem, and imagine what we can do with that over time. If you haven't heard of KC Startup Village, it's going on right here. They're trying to start 6 companies right in Kansas City that hopefully will be the job creators of the future. So there's a lot going on in this regard.
I want you to know, even though this may be a 10 to 20-year initiative, we'll still be here holding you accountable every year.
We're good with that.
Town hall
We look
meeting.
forward to it.
We're good with that.
Questions for our entrepreneurial leaders.
Can you tell us how many companies have been spawned out of Cerner, entrepreneurs who started at Cerner and now have started their own companies?
Somewhere between 15 and 20, including BATS.
Right. Last question. As accountability, I mean, how do we know we want to be America's most entrepreneurial city? How do we know if we are?
That's a tough one to measure. I mean, I'll be honest, when it was suggested that we use that tagline, I was really remiss to use it for this very reason. But the counseling we all went through and got was, you know what, just declare it. Declare that this is America's most entrepreneurial city, just like Indianapolis said they want to be the amateur sports capital of the world. And you know how many assets they had at that point? None. We have assets. We have a system that actually works really well. And so it'll be hard for me to one day say we succeeded. This is a journey, not a destination for sure. And so stick with us. You will see great things come from this initiative, but more importantly, look for the companies that get created that are here 5, 10, 25, 100 years from now. Then you'll know we were successful.
Thank you very much. Final thoughts from our SAGE think tank, starting with you, Jim Heater.
I think one of the things that we did to set this apart from other similar initiatives is that we chose champions. We chose people whom I said back on September the 13th of 2011 when we kicked off the Big 5 initiatives. These are people who have the word failure nowhere on the resume. They know how to get things done. I think your viewers have seen that in this program. These are people who know how to get things done, how to make things happen, and that's why ultimately I'm confident we will succeed in implementing for Big KC each of the Big 5 initiatives.
Greg Graves.
First of all, a big thanks to Nick Haynes and Kansas City Public Television. You can't cover an issue like this in a 30-second video or soundbite. And it takes an organization like this to keep us on the ball and to make sure that greater Kansas City sees that good things are happening. And then I want to say a thank you to my friend Jim Heater, who went through this process knowing that after a year I got to leave. But knowing that his future at the chamber and with these next chairs was dependent on accomplishing big, big things, and I couldn't be happier.
And he left, and you are now the man in charge.
That's right, Nick. Well, Jim's here too, and he's a great partner. But I have a couple of observations. One, we, like you and your viewers and all of Kansas City, are looking for tangible results from the Big 5, and we're holding ourselves accountable, as I know you are. Second, I emphasize the big part of this 5. It's not the 5. This isn't a stoplight on a boulevard or a shorter form at City Hall. These are big transformational ideas that are complex and going to take years. Watch us. We're going to accomplish these things, but it's not going to be overnight.
And that is all we have time for. Our thanks to our Big 5 leaders, our thanks to our audience right here at Union Station, and thanks to you at home for tracking this with us. You can also track this at home on the website big5kc.com or on thelocalshow.org. I'm Nick Haynes from Kansas City's gathering place in the heart of Kansas City. Good night.